Welcome, I'm the Deadwood Jedi. This is another Raid Shadow Legends video, and today we're on the test server looking at Michinaki, who may be the best high-end clan boss champion, Hydra champion in this game. This guy's kind of insane. Probably better for Hydra than he's going to be for clan boss, for the traditional Demon Lord clan boss, but he is really, really good, and he's going to be great for both. And so we're going to take a look at him today and show you exactly why he's so freaking good. I'm going to basically bring him in my clan boss team as we go through his skills, and you're going to be able to see the kind of damage result he can put out there. And I think it's going to be pretty obvious how this guy is going to be good in all facets of this game.
I really appreciate you coming by to watch this video, and if you enjoy it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below, the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. And of course, if you enjoyed today's music, we have that Soundstripe link down below in the pinned comment description of this video, along with my code Deadwood Jedi to save yourself 15%. And of course, if you're looking for account work, you can find that on my website, deadwoodjedi.com.
All right, so let's start off with Michinaki. Now, I have to say, it's kind of an odd look. I mean, he's basically got that Ghost Rider thing going on. I mean, you know, he's got the Japanese armor, the samurai armor and stuff, and the, you know, the flags on his chest or on his back, and he's got the skull hanging. I mean, it's not even a skull; it's just a head on a chain that he whips around and hits people with. He's pretty cool, and a very, very green head, so he's easy to spot. What's going to be interesting about him is going to be his kit, though. That's the part that's really impressive about this champion and how he plays in the game. So obviously, his A1 has a 50% chance of placing an HP burn. So that's not too bad. HP burn on A1, I could take that, right? A2 ability, attacks all enemies, has a 75% chance of placing decreased defense for 2 turns, 75% chance of placing decreased attack for 2 turns on enemies under Hex debuff. So he's going to get the decreased defense regardless. So when you're talking about like bringing him into an unkillable team, perfect, right? I don't even need Hex up. We're going to get that decreased defense. When we're talking about something like Hydra, where we want that decreased attack, or a traditional clan boss team, you want Hex up so you can get that decreased attack. Well, don't worry. It's going to be easy to do. We're going to get that right here with his A3 ability, where it's an AoE attack, double hitter. First hit removes all buffs, so he has a buff strip, and the second hit places Hex debuff. This is a really, really good champion, guys. Really good skills here. And then, of course, his passive ability, whenever an ally attacks an enemy under a Hex debuff, this champion has a 50% chance to team up and join the ally's attack. This is like Cardiel on steroids. Cardiel is like a 15% chance. He's got a 50% chance to attack with an ally. That's an insane, insane boost right there. He also has an all battles aura of defense of 30%. It's a pretty nice aura that he's got. Really good for clan boss, and he is a defensive based champion. So you can see already, this guy is going to be #1 or #2 outside of Krizia. Like, I think these two are going to go head to head over who is the best champion for Hydra. In Clan Boss, he's just another really good alternative champion to bring in, and I'm going to showcase that today. We'll probably do some kind of Hydra showcase later on, but I really want to show you him in Clan Boss because he's so darn good. But basically, we're getting HP burn, which is a great debuff. We're getting decreased defense, which is essential, and we're getting that Hex, which maybe doesn't matter for Clan Boss, but what it does do is allows a lot of ally attack ability in there, and that's just going to give him a lot more attacks and potentially a ton more damage. So obviously, you know, the team I'm going to be bringing him in is more of a 1-1 ratio team. It's my traditional team that I've been using a lot. It's a Hellcat team. It's very easy and very easy to see how this works for people. I can 1-key with it. We should be able to 1-key with Michinaki, but he's going to shine even better the more attacks you get. So if you can run him in a 3-1 team, like a Myth Air Squad, or even like a Bad Eater team where you're going at a 2-1, he's going to be insanely good for you. Especially if you can pair him with someone that actually brings a weaken debuff. That's going to be the best way to utilize him. But he's got a pretty cool kit. So let's look at how I geared him out so you have an idea. I've got him with Perception set, right? Crit damage, speed, nothing super crazy. And again, you know, he is Shadowkin, so I did have some accessories finally. 254 crit damage, 260 accuracy, 5400 defense, 176 speed. This allows him to fit in perfectly with the team I'm running, and this should work really nice. He does have a nice base speed of 101, so nothing really bad, and he's got good base stats, right? 20k HP, 1450 defense. Like, he's got some good base stats to work off of. Mastery wise, pretty traditional. I went down the offensive tree, down to War Master, and then I went support tree to get Master Hexer and Sniper just to help land that HP burn debuff, basically, and extend the decreased defense when he does land it. Now, in the team I'm running, I don't need the debuffs, right? It's not essential because I have it already set up, but he's gonna be still gonna be a good addition and a good champion to bring in there and run with it. Now, I don't need accuracy on him. Obviously, I have a Martyr, I have a Draco, I have a Helicat. We're going to bring decreased defense. We're going to bring weaken. We're going to even bring HP burn with Brogdie in this team. So I don't need any accuracy for his debuffs. He doesn't actually need to land anything except for the Hex. The Hex is essential to maximizing his kit. So that is the one thing that's going to be super, super important for him to be able to use, right? And it is a two-turn duration that Hex is up. So one of the things I'm going to want to try to do as much as possible is, you know, maximize that ability there with him. And so that's the only trick that I'm really trying to make happen here. We're going to basically land it right before the stun, and then we'll have our ally attacks, you know, kind of going on later on to make it to kind of extend it. So hopefully you'll be able to get it for a couple of the AoEs. It won't be up for the full fight, but it should be up enough to see what it can do for him. Okay, so as we go in, I have it pretty much set to auto, at least in the beginning here, and we should see some pretty decent results as we go through this. Now, this is a slow Hellcat team, nothing fancy about it, nice and simple. That's his A2 that lands that decreased defense. It's a very nice skill. I like the chains kind of coming down all over the place. Looks very, very cool. And then we just got to manual a little bit just to set ourselves up right here. And I think one of the things I'm going to do actually, yeah, I think what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and A1 here, try and keep that HP burn going up as much as possible for the full fight. Brogdie might overwrite it later on, but that's okay. And that way we'll have the Hex up. We'll put the Hex up right before the first AoE. So he takes the stun, no problem. I can click auto now. We'll get the poisons out there. He's going to come in and drop that Hex right there. It is for 3 turns, so this is great. So now every time somebody on his team attacks, he's going to have a chance of attacking with them, which is pretty dope. Obviously, it doesn't count for counterattack. It's not going to proc it there, but it's pretty cool. He should be getting a lot of extra attacks. At least that's the hope, right? Look, there was one. And then he gets to go again, right? And drop that ability right there. It's pretty cool, I'd say. And so this is kind of, you know, the best part about him, I think, is that he can do so much here. He gets so many extra attacks. Got another one there, which is great. Or these are all counterattacks, excuse me. But when he can get multiple attacks in a turn, that was one right there, right? He goes ahead and does his attack. You know, hopefully he gets another one. Gets another one there. That's 3 attacks already in this one turn, which is pretty ridiculous. That's 4 attacks in one turn. This is why his damage numbers can be so insanely high. He can be such a good champion to bring in because he's getting attack after attack after attack because of that 50% chance. This is also why the faster the team you build with him, the more effective he's going to be, because every extra attack that your team takes is a chance of an extra attack for him, which is kind of mind-boggling. The potential damage that this guy can put out for Clan Boss is absolutely insane. Cardiel, who doesn't hit particularly hard, can be an excellent damage dealer for Clan Boss because of the 15% chance of ally attack. With Michinaki coming in and having a 50-50 shot of getting an extra attack when his allies attack, his damage numbers can be absolutely insane. I just love watching him get all these bonus attacks. It's so cool. So this guy, I think, might be the #1 damage dealer for Clan Boss going forward. Now, there's obviously, you know, some contenders for that. Turvold being high among the list, Acrizia being another really good option, and Ninja, of course, is still there. But boy, this guy is going to be putting up really good damage numbers. On top of that, look at the damage he is doing when he does attack, right? We're talking 140, 150,000 damage on average with his skills is pretty nuts. So if you can get, you know, let's say 3 attacks, it's almost 500,000 damage just from that, right? So that's a pretty great place to be at. I mean, he's doing, like, what's that, 150,000 right there? It's a lot of damage out there. So I really like this champion. I think he's got a lot of potential. In fact, you know, one of the things I would consider doing especially for a team like this that doesn't need that A2 skill. I might even turn it off because A1 seems to be doing more damage than the A2 does, but they're all really nice skills here, and they do really good damage, and I'm absolutely loving it. I really like it a lot. I think there's just a ton of potential with this champion here. You know, that A3 double hitter doing 70k a pop, that's still, you know, 140k, A1 134. Like, there's just a lot to like about this guy. So if you get the chance to get this champion, get this champion. Hopefully it'll be a guaranteed or something like that coming forward, because he's going to be really, really good. And yeah, so yeah, let's jump to the end of this run so we can see the damage number. There you go, 95 million damage total, which is pretty good. That's actually kind of better than what I usually do. And 25.6 for Michinaki. 26 million. That's pretty good. I mean, Draco did 30. That's a pretty solid number right there, and I think goes to show the kind of damage we can do. Now, to be fair, Nax, who does have blessings on, it makes a big difference, but Nax does about this kind of damage as well. The thing is, I think we can see that Michinaki has a lot of potential to be extremely good. And the thing about it is, while Anax is doing about the same amount of damage here in a 1-1 ratio team, the more attacks we get, the stronger Michinaki is going to get. So in a faster team, the difference is actually going to start moving in Michinaki's favor. So the more advanced the team you have, the better he's going to be. And I think that's pretty wild and pretty darn awesome, quite frankly. So yeah, he's a really good champion. Definitely somebody I would, you know, recommend building if you got him. But you can see, like, this guy's going to be a beast for Clan Boss. Now, while Michinaki is a beast, obviously, for Clan Boss, he's also going to be incredibly good for Hydra as well. And I think we want to take a moment and just kind of recognize that, right? Like, let's think about how is he going to be extremely good for Hydra? Well, it comes down to a couple different things, actually. Not only does he get that extra attack all the time, right? 50% he's attacking when all his allies attack. That's actually really massive, and especially because he brings an HP burn on his A1. It means pretty much you don't need to bring any HP burn champions. You can just rely on Michinaki, and he's going to be extremely good. In addition to that, he does AoEs with his A2, so he's going to AoE decrease defense, AoE decrease attack, and he does an AoE with the Hex debuff. So this is like really, really nice. He's got bringing all these different things to the table. Decreased attack, decreased defense, hacks, and insane damage on top of that. Plus, he's a defensive-based champion, which means you can build him to do damage and survive at the same time, which is one of the hardest things to be able to do in Hydra, and you can do that with him. So he brings so much utility to the table, in addition to having a really great aura. This is definitely a champion that I think is going to be beneficial to everybody. He's absolutely one of my most wanted champions at this point in time, because he's going to be such a difference maker in Hydra and in Clan Boss. And I think that if you can get him, he's going to be insanely, insanely good for you. So He's definitely somebody I'm keeping an eye out for. Like, I would replace my Husk, my Royal Guard with him in a heartbeat because he brings so much stuff to the table. With him in the fold, I might even not bother with a Geomancer. I don't know that it would be necessary. He's basically like a Krizia on steroids. He's just going to do insanely good stuff for you all the way around. Especially the fact that he brings so much utility, I think is really, really nice. So I really like this champion. I think obviously Hydra is going to be his best spot and where people are going to build him for. But if you're still struggling with the Demon Lord clan boss, boy, this guy, Michinaki, is going to be an exceptionally good champion to bring in for your team because he brings the same kind of utility, decreased defense, decreased attack, in addition to bringing a lot more damage to the table than most champions would. So definitely a good champion. Definitely somebody I recommend you guys get if you have the opportunity. I'm looking forward to getting him on my own account. I cannot wait for that to happen. But yeah, that's the video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Don't forget, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And until next we meet, I'm the Deadwood Jedi.